Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, everybody, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to my channel. I want to do a quick video on Safemoon. Actually, this is just a follow-up video to a video I did 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, I was actually encouraging people to purchase Safemoon. And if you've not yet heard about it, it's a token on the Binance Smart Chain. The contract is here. You can check it out. So you can check it on the BSC scan and just look at it. And there's something else, like there's a white paper as well on Safemoon. A lot of people are like, what is it, Safemoon? Why Safemoon? Why is there so much hype around it? In fact, there's a time when I was actually telling guys, look into it, invest in it. So the first token what I talked about was Safemoon, but then in my Telegram group, I have a Telegram group where I just give my information that I come across about different tokens and cryptocurrencies and where they're going. And also coming from a forex trading background, I sometimes look at charts and things like that and just say, okay, fine, maybe BTC is gonna move like this and whatnot. So I heard about Safemoon from a friend and I decided, okay, fine, let me purchase some or let me invest in it. But I also told people in my group to do the same. Like if they had some, because the price was like dirt cheap at the time. And you can also confirm on a previous video. On the previous video, the price here was like 0.00004787478 thereabouts. And as you can see, today alone, it's in the last 24 hours, it's gone up by 10%, 10.6%, 60%, keeps fluctuating. Last week there was a bit of bloodbath in the market with regards the same. And the thing is, there's that anticipation that it will move up an extra decimal. So we'll probably just see 4 zeros before the digits. So now we are almost there. But last week, um, and maybe 1.5 weeks ago, it kind of dipped. And there was a lot of talk last week, a lot of talk about it not really being a viable token to invest in. People are asking me, why were you telling people to invest in it? And I was like, guys, this is the price action on SafeMoon, for example. And the reason for any dip in price in the market for any asset that you're looking into investing or trading, we know that price never ever just goes up in a straight line perpetually. It will fluctuate, okay? Sometimes there'll be no movement, there's no activity because, like at this point in time, it was like in inception, it's being introduced to the market, so only the early adopters are thinking about it, and then it gains a bit more interest, and then all of a sudden people are like, hey, this is something we want to look into, and it just spikes up. So that's exactly what happened. So imagine the people who purchased SafeMoon down here before it broke out, out of this ranging price. Now the people who purchased here and they just held still here, logically, they've made quite something because at this point in time it was at 3, 0.0005 zeros and then 3. Now we are at 5 zeros and 9, okay, of the dollar. So obviously, this is a good growth in a short period of time. And a lot of people now are like, hey, let's cash out, let's cash out, let's cash out, let's cash out. And there was the dip, right? So I told guys, you know what? I've heard all these, like, don't get into it. It's not a viable contract. Doesn't have a solid contract behind it and everything. And the good thing about this thing is that it has a white paper, so you can just open it, go look at it, read up on it. Okay, I need to, let's hold on. I don't know if it's my internet. but the white paper is here. If it's not here, you can search for it online, even if it's on Google, and just learn about it, um, figure out what is it, like when you're making any investment, even if you're spending like $10, it's your investment. You need to know why. So this is the safemoon.net website. Okay, you can check it out. You can read up on it. You can find out what the protocol behind it is all about. There's so much information. Okay, you can look at the live charts, and you can also buy some SafeMoon from the website. Okay. So this DeFi token, okay, it has different use case, okay, like any other DeFi token out there. So just read up on it, and but for me, I thought it was something really, really cool to get into. And of course, you can check it out on the BSC scan here. Now, that said, in the last 2 or so weeks, SafeMoon has grown by about 48%. And we're almost closing out this zero. So we're going to have about maybe 4 zeros here. The thing about crypto also, I know it goes up on the weekends. A lot of traders are trading on the weekend, because during the week people obviously are at work. So that's also another reason why sometimes you see growth. But just imagine if you held on, maybe because you were not sure what to do here, you hodled, or let's say you sold and made your cash, and later on, after a while, you're like, hey, it's dipped sufficiently, and maybe you want to buy some more. It's already gone up in value, about 48% in the last couple of days and also. So you've made some cash here. So basically, that's what happens in the crypto space. You learn about the token and what's happening and whatnot, and what's the use case behind it. And then you just go with your gut instinct, or you read the white paper, or you just do your own research. I mean, there's no, I know some people are like, oh my God, this dip here stressed people out. But hey, guys, that's how the market moves. So SafeMoon is doing quite well right now. There was another coin I mentioned in my group called Elongate. Okay, Elongate is kind of where SafeMoon was last week. It's kind of still struggling to continue pushing up, but it's had its run. So there's a bit of a dip the last 24 hours, but it's one of those tokens you also want to just look out for. And I have a few coins of Elongate. It's not much to even talk about, but it's one of those things you speculate with, and you're like, okay, so my net's a bit slow, but this is how it's been moving, and there is a possibility it could start, break out of this range here and push to the outside, or just keep on dipping a bit. So it's one of those things you just watch. Again, you can read up on Elongate. It's on the BSC scan, um, the contract, so you can check it out. You can keep an eye on it. You don't have to get into it. Just keep an eye on it. But there's one other one that Elongate, and then there was Safemoon and Coin. And one thing you need to know, but I'd also said, guys, just look at Freecoin. So Freecoin is also in the last 24 hours, 15% up, and not doing too badly. Okay. So again, something to look at. So the reason why I think SafeMoon has also gone up, and why you might see some movement of Elongate, because it just got listed on BitSmart. So sometimes, when a coin or a token is listed on an exchange, so let's look at Safemoon or an Elongate on Bitmart. On Bitmart, that's an exchange. So we can see, people are talking about, how to buy it on Bitmart and everything. So it has been featured on, like the fact that it's been launched onto the Bitmart exchange, so you can actually purchase it on that exchange. That's a good thing for the SafeMoon token. So, those are the things now you look at and the back the token itself as a viable thing to actually maybe put in a little cash in there. So I just wanted to give a follow-up to my video, because guys were asking me earlier. Why did I tell people to look into Safemoon and then it dipped significantly? The dip was because people are cashing out. Same thing with Bitcoin. Same thing happened to Ethereum. If you noticed, last week or the last week, but one, Ethereum and Bitcoin dipped significantly, and then now they're back, trying to push up. Ethereum is now at 3,000, almost $500 in like a week or so, and after the dip. So that's how this market operates. Cryptocurrency though is pretty volatile. So always, I'm not a financial advisor. I just tell you guys what I'm just a speculative trader or somebody who just loves crypto, and I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. So just learn to read up on these things, so that you gain a bit more confidence. But that's it for today, guys. On Safe Moon, I think people are predicting it could reduce at zero. You don't mind being in. So yeah. So thank you guys. Bye.